It is May right now and I'm wearing a sweater because that's kind of how I feel. Like I feel very like vulnerable. That's not the right word. Like I feel, maybe I don't feel confident. I don't know. I was supposed to film a what I eat in a day yesterday, but 3 out of 4 of us were sick and it was just, do you guys hear him crying? What was I saying? Yeah, yesterday was survival mode. I was supposed to get work done, got nothing done, was supposed to film, did not happen, and now I'm sitting in front of you not even knowing what I'm filming right now. I feel like that's kind of what's been going on though. I've definitely been in a rut. I haven't been cooking and honestly nothing even really sounds good, and I think that's like a huge demotivator for me. You know, if I see something on Instagram or something and I want to eat it, then I'll try to make it, but nothing sounds good these days. I think especially breakfast, like even if somebody said like, hey Sharon, I'll buy you whatever you want for breakfast, what do you want to eat? Like nothing really sounds that good. He's crying. You guys hear the lawnmower? It is so hard to film. Also, we're trying out a different angle because the lighting is weird. I don't know why. Every time I try to film, it's a cloudy day, and yeah, this is what we're working with. Anyways, I don't know what's up with my loss of appetite, but yeah, I haven't really wanted anything lately. I think it's been like a month since I've really cooked consistently. Not that I cook all the time anyway, but this month has just been rough. Like, yeah, I guess all of April, it's just been rough in the cooking realm. Like, we've been eating out so much. If I ever stop talking or pause awkwardly, it's because he's crying. I think a huge thing is that if we want to cook dinner, then we have to plan for it a little bit, but I've had work at weird hours, and by the time it's dinner time or by the time Lewis goes down, I'm so hungry and I don't have time to cook. Like, I can't wait. So that's the problem, but it's just, we've just gotten into this really bad habit of this, and yeah, it's just not helping. Anyways, I'm in a rut. I feel behind on everything. There's all these things that I've been wanting to do. We're moving soon. Surprise, we're moving. That's why that bassinet is still there, and those things, like I need to like clean stuff out, but we're moving, so we're just kind of leaving everything. I mean, it's been there for a while, but now it's even less of a motivation to move stuff out. But yeah, we have a lot to do, and I just feel like I'm behind on all of it. Like, there's so many things that I would want to do more for work or for this channel or for my Instagram to try to grow and make better videos, but it's just been like in survival mode all the time. I've just been in survival mode all the time, and I'm hoping that with summer coming up, things will calm down a little bit. I do think work will be a lot easier in the summer, so that'll be good. So hopefully I'll have more time to dedicate to this channel and things like that. But I think when we get to these moments in life where our motivation is not there, and that's not the reason behind why we're doing something, that's where commitment kicks in, and I'm making these videos out of sheer commitment at this point. I decided to make 1 long form video a week and 5 short form videos a week, and I've been doing that, and some of my videos are such crap. If you go to my Instagram or go to my shorts on this channel, you'll see like some of these videos I'm like, oh my gosh, I just need a video. And then even this type of video, like the one I'm filming right now, like this video, I don't even really know what this video is about, and I didn't know what it was about, but I needed to make a video for this week because I want to stay consistent, and I committed to making 1 video a week. So I think it's in these moments that we have to just push through. Like, I don't feel good about myself these days. Not that I feel bad about myself, but I don't feel like I'm thriving. Like, I feel like I'm just surviving and I'm just getting the things I need to done. There are definitely things falling through the cracks. I'm trying to plan all these. Tol, his first birthday, finally got some things checked off the list, which is great. And those little things have really excited me this week and given me some motivation this week. But I just feel like there are things that I would want to do, or I don't know, like I can't even think of anything right now, but little things that I feel like I would just be more on top of it if I had more capacity, and right now I just don't, and that's okay. I think I have to remind myself of that, because if not, I'll just crash everything and I'll just give up on everything and be like, okay, never mind, like I'm not gonna do any of it, or just get really discouraged. But we're adults. It's one of the biggest scams of adulthood that we have to keep doing things when things are hard. Oh yeah, I had a really sad thing happen a couple weeks ago. Not ready to talk about it yet, but I will someday, I'm sure. Yeah, I forgot that was a couple weeks ago. I think when I just think about like my overall mood and appetite and things like that, I'm kind of like, what's going on? Like, why am I not feeling my best? But then I think about the things that are going on in my life and, oh, okay, great, now I'm gonna start crying. I think about the things that are going on in my life and then I'm like, oh, okay, maybe my body is like reacting to those things in this way where I'm just like not that hungry and I don't really want to do anything. I have been extra tired this month, so much so that we've been going to bed early, which is like 11 or before for us is pretty early, just because after the kids go down we have so many things to do. So it's not really possible for us to go to bed at like 9 or 10 every night. Like we have stuff we need to get done. So yeah, I think when I'm thinking about like how it's been a hard month, and not just because of the busyness of life, but because things happen in life and it was a sad month, and it is a sad month. Actually, now it's May, so I should talk about last month. In April, it was a sad month. And so if I think about that, then instead of getting discouraged that I'm not thriving, maybe I need to be really proud of myself for making it this far, for doing all the things I need to do. Because at the end of the day, your kids are depending on you, your spouse is depending on you, your work is depending on you, and you have to do all those things because you have to keep the house running. You have to keep your job because you need money to pay for stuff to support your kids, you know? It's truly one of those things about adulthood that I really thought about last month. There's no time to take a break when you're feeling sad. And I think it's really unfortunate. It would be nice if someone said, hey, here's a couple weeks off. Not even a couple weeks, like here's a couple days off or even one day off for you to just be sad. But I know everyone deals with sadness differently, and maybe that's not even what everybody would want, but I think the fact that we don't even have a choice is really hard. Obviously, I'm kind of rambling now and not even talking about what I was talking about, although maybe it's all related and maybe that's why it came up. I've been in a rut, and I think in these moments when I'm really sad or there's just like a lot on my heart or like a lot of things to get done but not enough time in the day, these are the moments that I have to just push through and be okay with much less than perfection. I'm not even a perfectionist in general, but even more so, like even if I am barely putting out content or doing the bare minimum at work, which I don't think I'm doing that. I think I'm actually doing okay at work. I'm really trying my best here. I think with like my kids, I feel like sometimes I'm doing the bare minimum because, for example, I want Lewis to like reading more, but we don't read with him that much because it's just easier not to, and it's easier to let him play by himself or to go outside even. That way we can all go outside and get some fresh air and take a walk, and that feels easier to me versus just sitting and reading and then like I don't know what to do with Aldi. Well, and that's not even true. Aldi would be fine, and it would be fine to sit and read with Liz, but he doesn't really want to do that. So then it's just hard to get him to do that. And he does want to go outside, and he would rather play with water or something outside. So that's what we're gonna do. But then I feel like I'm failing because I want him to read more, and I want him to know his letters better, and I want him to know his sounds better. And he's 2. It's not a big deal, but maybe these are the ways that I do compare myself to other moms or to other kids, or I compare my kids to other kids. I don't feel like I do that very much actively, but like in my subconscious, it's like, why do I want him to read more? Because I think that's good, because I think that makes smarter kids, or I think that makes kids more interested in learning in general, or I don't know, maybe he's behind. I don't know, like he's probably not behind, but maybe he is. So I don't think about these things actively all the time, but I think when I'm like feeling like I'm not doing enough in these like little pockets of my life, because I just have so much to do in every pocket, I think I have to be okay with this being our season of playing outside. And don't get me wrong, I know playing outside is really good. If people were to comment on my video, I feel like I would get a lot of comments of like, what's wrong with playing outside? There's nothing wrong with playing outside. It's amazing. Like I want him to play outside. I just also want him to read more. Yeah, and you know, spiritually, like I want to read my Bible more. I want to memorize scripture more, and I want to do all these things, but I'm so tired. And so it's like one of those things where if I really wanted to do it, then I would get up and do it, right? Maybe that means I don't actually want to do it, or maybe not. Maybe I'm just actually that tired. So I don't know. It's just been feeling like all these things that I want to do, they're all really good things that I'm doing, like little tiny bits of, but I would like to do more of all of them, but I don't have enough time in the day and I don't have enough brain space for all of those things. And then on top of that, my heart is feeling heavy because of, you know, sad things going on. And I think if you're feeling this way too, for whatever reason, like you're not in the same season of life as I am, but you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're feeling like you're not doing enough, or you would like to be here, but you're like way down here. Like, I think we just have to keep pressing on and not shutting down and not saying, okay, we're just not going to do any of it because we're not doing it well enough. I think if you're in a season where people are depending on you, then you definitely can't do that. But even if you're by yourself and no one's depending on you except for yourself, you're depending on yourself. I think you owe it to yourself to keep pushing through and kind of push out of this rut. Even if you're not like performing to the level that you want to be performing at, the fact that you're showing up, I think that's huge, and I think you should keep doing that. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. I'm just gonna keep showing up. At the end of the day, I'm still doing my job. My kids are still happy and healthy. I'm trying my best to be a good friend. I'm trying my best to be a good wife, to be a good daughter, and I'm trying to take care of myself as best as I can. I'm also trying to make these videos and stay true to my commitment for this year. So even if it's not amazing, it's good enough. And I think sometimes good enough is amazing. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Maybe next week's video will be better. Bye.